Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are covering day 5 of my carnivore diet adventure. And as you can see by the title of the video, we are going to be talking about fat, protein, and how you can calculate that ratio based on what your goals are. My goals, based on what I've heard from other carnivores, were to be intaking about 80% fat and 20% protein in my diet. So originally what I was doing was I was looking at the number of grams of fat and the grams of protein in each food that I was eating and comparing that. And so most of the foods have approximately 50-50. So I was going, okay, so I'm only getting like 50% fat and 50% protein. So like I was like, my numbers are way off here, and I thought I was going to have to be eating like a ton more fat to be making those ratios more what my target was of 80% fat. And I did a little more research because I wasn't sure. The carnivores that I was listening to were saying, oh, don't count your calories, eat so you're satiated. Well, when you're trying to figure out what percentage fat to protein ratio you're eating, you kind of have to look at the calories a little bit and calculate that. At least at the very beginning, it's helpful just to make sure that you're getting the ratio that you want. So a gram of fat has 9 calories approximately, and a gram of protein has only 4 calories. So when I'm eating in my meat or whatever, if it's 10 grams of fat and 10 grams of protein per serving, I'm actually getting 10 times 9, 90 calories of fat versus 10 times 4 calories for the protein. Okay, because you've got 9 calories for every gram of fat and 4 calories for every gram of protein. All right, so in reality, 9 is just over double 4. So when you're doing those calculations, you can reasonably assume if your fat and protein are equivalent in grams, like 10 grams of each in your portion, you're actually getting just over twice as much fat as you are protein in calories. Okay, and that's what you really want to be looking at. You don't need to worry about getting equivalent amounts in grams. You just need to worry about in calories. So that being said, if you calculate, okay, if I'm getting approximately equivalent grams, what that actually comes out to is approximately 69% of your diet is fat in calories, and approximately that would mean like 31% of your diet then is protein. So, and that's just eating a product that has 50-50 of each of them in grams. So when you look at that, all you have to do really is add just a smidge more of something like butter or lard or beef tallow, bacon, fat, grease, whatever you want to add to it, and automatically, boom, there goes your percentage. You're automatically getting that extra 10-11% of fat that you needed to get it up to 80% in my case. Okay, so it's a lot easier than what it sounds like. It doesn't have to be super stressful. A lot of carnivores will advise at the beginning to make sure you're getting at least 1 stick of butter a day. I kind of did that the first day or two. I have not been consistent at doing that since learning what I did as far as calories versus grams and what that all means. I will type it out in the description so that you can see in like an equation form exactly what I'm talking about and use those measurements to convert for yourself if you want to and make it a little bit simpler for you. So yeah, if you are worried about that, don't be. It's not as hard to get your fat percentage up as what you might think. So I make your life a little bit easier, just like it did mine. So now I only add a couple of tablespoons with each meal, and automatically there goes my fat. And some products that I'm eating already have more fat than protein, actually. Some of the meats do, some of the cheeses do. Some dairy products like sour cream or cream cheese also automatically have higher fat content. So if you're consuming any of those, that's also going to be automatically increasing the calories from fat that you are consuming. So if you're keeping dairy in as part of your diet, that's great. I am, because I love dairy and I'm not going to do without it. Not right now. Maybe after I've transitioned for a month or so, we'll see where I'm at. I might consider trying to cut back some on my dairy, but I like it. It's not causing me any problems, so I'm just not going to worry about it for right now. Okay, we'll see how I'm doing at the end of the month. How I am feeling as of yesterday, day 5. I feel pretty good, okay? Full disclosure, again, kind of gross, but you got to talk about it. My stool was loose, again, yesterday. However, I will link another video where Stephanie Person talks about poop and what's ideal, what's not, what you're looking for. She includes a ton of info in there. And me, what I mainly focused on out of that video was just, she shows a chart of where you want your stool to be. And I just mainly focused on that chart, what the consistency is, etc. And whether or not it's hard to go to the bathroom, whether you're going, multiple times a day, whether you're getting urges to go and it doesn't feel like you have much control over it. Those things are all things to be watching out for and be aware of, okay? Even though I had loose stools last couple days, it has not been hard to control the urge to go to the bathroom, okay? I'm not going like multiple times a day, just like once, one normal, very normal habit for that. So my body is being consistent and it's not going out of whack in other ways. Those are things that you can keep in mind too, and they will help you determine whether your diet is off balance or whether you're kind of on the right track and what you're eating is working for you, okay? Again, good energy all day yesterday. I got good sleep. I did not have any headaches or nausea. The nausea for the last 2 days completely gone away. It's been great. So I think my body is kind of adjusting to my diet, it's starting to. It won't fully adjust for at least a month, okay? Some people say it takes closer to that 3 months for your body to adjust to this diet completely, especially when it comes to being in ketosis. But for right now, I'm just happy that the side effects are diminished, okay? I had some mild heart palpitations. If you look it up, it's pretty normal. It's not something to be worried about unless you're experiencing other serious side effects, okay? So I linked in either day 4 or day 3. I linked to, I think it was day 3. In the description, I linked to an article that talks about some of the main side effects that people experience on this diet and what you can do to kind of stave those off, okay? I would absolutely always recommend doing your research and figuring out what the most common issues are, because it's helped me so much, guys, so much to have that in mind ahead of time and do things preventatively rather than to try and treat, okay? Preventative medicine is the best medicine. So that's what I went with, and I'm telling you, I feel good. I'm not having any serious or disturbing side effects, and even the few minor side effects I've had are starting to go away. So just to let you know, this is only day 5, and that's where we're at. So do your research, figure out what those side effects are, okay? When I had mild heart palpitations, I went ahead and took some salt and some water, okay? Just like a dash or 2 of salt in your hand and lick it up and take some water with it. My husband will just pour the salt into his water. It's whatever you want to do. But that salt water helped. It kind of took care of those heart palpitations. I didn't have them anymore. So, it seemed to do what it was supposed to do. My diet has been pretty similar. I had for breakfast 2 hamburgers and 2 eggs cooked in all that nice hamburger grease from previous days. I had a few bites of liver and like a 1/3 pound of deli ham and a couple ounces of cheese for lunch, okay? For supper, I had bacon. I had like probably 3/4 of a potato diced and smothered in bacon grease, okay? So after I cooked that bacon, I took it out, put the potatoes in. And yeah, that's not a 100% carnivore diet. However, again, everyone's different. Some people stick with animal products only. I'm being a smidge flexible only with the potatoes because when you saturate them with that bacon grease, it's a really good way for you to get that extra dose of fat that you're wanting to up your fat content in your diet. So I do it in order to get the benefits from that. Plus, even carnivores in the wild, you'll see them occasionally eat a plant product here or there. So me personally, I'm not being super strict about that. Potatoes so far are the only plant product that I have eaten, other than a couple cups of my raspberry tea at the beginning. I haven't had that the last 2 days though. So anyways, it's whatever you want to do. That's what I'm doing. I'm not being like insanely strict. I'm allowing for dairy and different things, but the only plant I've eaten is the potato, okay? I also had some pork skins and about a couple ounces of cheese probably, again, for supper. I made some bone broth yesterday from some beef tallow in the bones. Oh my gosh, guys, I couldn't eat it. It was disgusting. I hated it, okay? That particular kind of beef broth, I don't know if it was because I made it from tallow around a bone instead of like a nice steak bone or something, but it was not good to me. So I tried it, didn't work. I did not eat it, okay? I was like, no. It went back in the fridge. If my husband wants to finish it, he can. I'm not going to worry about it, okay? If you try something and you don't like it, your body's like, oh, no, no way. Just stop there. Don't worry about trying to force yourself to eat something that you hate, okay? That's not even what this diet's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about health, figuring out what works for you. I also had 2 pills of potassium and 2 pills of magnesium, or 2 tablets of magnesium yesterday as well. My husband heard from one of the people he's been listening to that it's good to take the magnesium at night. I don't know, I haven't looked it up, but I'm just doing that kind of just in case, because it can't hurt, right? So I don't know if it has to do with, some people get Charlie horses in their calves or whatnot at night, and I know that magnesium can help a lot with any muscle cramping that you're experiencing. So yeah, that might be part of it. If you want to prevent any cramping during the night that might be uncomfortable, prevent you from sleeping, maybe try taking magnesium tablets at night if you think it's something that could help you. I'm taking potassium and magnesium plus my little extra bits of salt because I want to make sure I'm getting all my electrolytes, okay? That's a huge form of preventative medicine, preventative measures, really, that a lot of carnivores have recommended to prevent a lot of those transition side effects when you're first getting out of this diet. So that's what I'm doing. I would rather take that ounce of prevention versus trying to use a pound of cure. So, all right, that is it. That's where we're at. Like I said, I will link in the description to the video on poop, and I will write out everything as far as the ratios, the calories in grams of fat and grams of protein, etc. Okay? All right, that's all we have for today. Thanks for listening. Hope to see you guys back again. Bye, friends.